Hi everyone, meteorologist Ed Valley here, taking a look at the Northeast. Happy daylight savings time, or I guess the end of it, right? Hope you enjoyed that extra hour of sleep. That is why you're getting this video in the morning, in the mid morning instead of the late morning. I got a good jump start to the day on this nice, really beautiful fall day. It's a little chilly, but all things considered, we'll take it, right? So, really not much happening here today, and over the course of the next couple days. Not much. Okay. So the warmth is here though. And that's what we talked about last week. If you've been keeping up with us, you've noticed that we've been calling for this cold to kind of be fleeting, at least initially here. And we're seeing that warm up here this weekend, and it'll continue much of the week ahead. Now, next weekend and beyond, if you're looking for winter in any shape or form, I think that's what you're going to have to wait for. You're going to have to wait for after about a week from today. That's when things will return to a little bit more of a seasonable type pattern, right? So last week was a little colder than normal. This week warmer than normal. Next week a little bit more seasonable, and then possibly turning colder. So let's kind of go through this again. We have plenty of dry time today, plenty of dry time tomorrow. Really not much happening. Really the only game in town tomorrow. A little bit of cloud cover to the north and west, a little bit of cloud cover to the south and east, but that's it. And through the day, nothing. Through tomorrow night, nothing. Okay, so pretty boring period coming up here. And even into Tuesday. Tuesday right now looks dry. Now, late in the day, Tuesday into Tuesday night, we are watching a little disturbance to the west that's going to move in, but I'll be honest. I mean, you look at these temperatures. Pretty warm on Tuesday, feeling more like October than November. Now, as you look here again, Tuesday night, can't rule out a stray shower or even a snowflake in the highest of elevations. You look at these temps again overnight, Tuesday night, they're in the 30s. So I'm not expecting anything meaningful. But again, maybe a stray shower or two late Tuesday night into the first half of Wednesday as this little disturbance moves through. Again, not a big deal, but through the morning, we'll decrease those clouds, but then we'll increase them later in the day once again on Wednesday. But again, this is me really getting cute because there's nothing to talk about, right? If there's nothing to talk about, I got to get cute with the temps or the cloud cover or the wind or something. And if we look at the max wind through Thursday morning, there ain't much of it. 15 to 25 is the highest gust we really see through the week. That's not impactful, right? So for me, my job is to try to find something to talk about here, and we don't have much through this week. Now, Thursday night into Friday, we are watching a system approaching from the west, and we've been talking about how this pattern is not very cold through this week, and it looks like another rain risk here Thursday night into Friday. Now, this model here has quite a bit of moisture, anywhere from really about a quarter, or really about a half to 2 inches. Now, if you look at the GFS model here, pretty similar. You see that? So we're seeing some signs here that late Thursday through Friday time frame may be the next legitimate risk for precipitation. Okay. Now, the one thing I wanted to show you here is we showed it last week. We're going to show our temps at 2,500 feet. And this is a good indicator of how cold or not cold the air mass is. And you notice 0 Celsius, that's freezing. Okay. We're going to be above freezing here pretty much all week. Just look at the date up here. Look at the numbers on the map, and you can just see we get a slight cool down Tuesday far north. But I mean, you don't need to be a meteorologist to know that these temps are pretty darn warm. Now, as we head towards that Thursday, Friday time frame, it might be cooler up north, but for most of us here, as that temperature or as that storm system moves in, it's going to be warm. It's going to be all rain. And then it's really not until about, like I said, about a week from now, we get some colder air coming in here Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And that would be cold enough for snowmaking across the interior. And it may come with natural precipitation too. We'll talk about that later this week as confidence starts to rise. But all of this is to say a benign week ahead, but it's going to be a warm week, and then we watch whatever happens here Thursday through Saturday. So Monday, 50s and 60s, nice and warm. Same for Tuesday, same for Wednesday. And then, like I said, end of the week, a little bit cooler, 40s and 50s, but still 60s south for Thursday. Friday's warm ahead of that storm system, and then we watch the weekend. You see Saturday, 50s and 60s, but look at Sunday, 40s and 50s. So a cool down coming late in the weekend. And look at this early next week, 30s and 40s north, 40s and 50s south. That's where we were basically last week, right? So we got about a week break here with warmer conditions, but then we're watching mid-month and beyond for something potentially even colder. So real quick, I want to talk about that. And to do that, we have to look at our longer range information. And this is just a quick overview, but this is valid next Saturday and Sunday. Notice that trough of low pressure, that's colder air coming on in. By day 10, we got a pretty cold look. Day 15, pretty cold look in the eastern U.S. And you see that when you look at the temperature compared to normal here. You're going to notice that it's actually kind of cool. And let me actually zoom in to kind of show. There it is. So you see the coldest air is going to be centered to the west, but that doesn't mean it's not going to get cold here. And you see this day 14, 15 ahead of Thanksgiving week, it's below normal. That's a cold look, and that's important for our friends up north trying to figure out what they're going to do for the holiday. But we are seeing some colder signals here. Really after day 10, you're going to notice here, look at the date. You see the colder air kind of seeping in from the west. You see that? And it's unanimous on all of our data. See, it's here on the GFS too. So colder shift a week from now. That should bode well for snowmaking ahead of Thanksgiving. So that's what we got. Have a great Sunday, great week ahead. We'll talk to you again here tomorrow.